47. Your destination is the annual Global Innovation Motor Race in Miami, Florida. After analyzing the data from Reynard's computer, the case is clear. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox, head of robotics developer Kronstadt Industries. A visionary inventor and technological innovator, Robert Knox has spearheaded Kronstadt Industries to the bleeding edge of technological development. His equally brilliant daughter, Sierra, is not only a financial wizard, but also a fiercely competitive race car driver with a fiery temper to match. Kronstadt enjoys enormous popularity with global consumers. However, few are aware that the company is also one of the world's leading suppliers of next-gen military tech. Last year, despotic ruler Jin Po employed prototype Kronstadt drones against peaceful civilian protesters in the now infamous Tungan Valley incident. And although it has yet to be proven, there is little doubt that the Knoxes personally brokered the deal, making them complicit in a war crime. It is unclear why the Knoxes would betray their masters, but likely the fear of being next on the Shadow Clients hit list has pressured them to cut a deal with the enemy. Undoubtedly, with Kronstadt Industries on their side, the militia will increase their attacks tenfold, and so our contract obligates us to retire Robert and Sierra Knox and contain the damage they may inflict on Providence. I will leave you to prepare. Welcome to Miami, 47. The innovation race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. Thousands of eager fans are gathered for the final laps of this unexpectedly close race. Sierra Knox is expertly piloting her red Kronstadt car. Her father, Robert Knox, roams the nearby expo building where Kronstadt is showcasing its new prototype car. The Kronstadt RK Mark III has seen fierce competition from the Chinese Kowloon Heavy Industries' new racer. Moses Lee, CEO of Kowloon, has taken a dominant lead and looks invincible. Sierra Knox will need to risk it all if she wants to win for the third year in a row. The stakes are as high as they can get.
Don't worry, folks. Anything can still happen.
I will have to check you if you want to pass, okay? This is just standard procedure. Okay, let's go, sir. Thank you.
Remember, folks, that endurance racing is all about getting your car to cover as many miles as possible, no matter how burned out or beat up you may be.
You got an invitation there, sir?
What's it gonna be, eh?
Well, fasten your seatbelt and find out. Enjoy the show, folks.
That's so fantastic. I mean, you're not an arrogant asshole.
Oh, it looks like the tires are just too cold. You see, that's the problem. You come straight from the pit and it's a completely different surface. I mean, you start on the concrete and then you hit the pavement, and the change in grip is, it's just amazing.
Can I help you? You're kind of inside my personal space.
Sure, man.
Let me just repeat some ground rules for those of you new to endurance racing. You gotta cover as much ground as possible within the time frame. When the time's up, we have our winner. You gotta keep your cool on this. Remember, folks, doesn't matter how endurance.
See that red car, 47? That's the Kronstadt race car with Sierra Knox behind the wheel.
It's how you respond that decides where you'll finish at the end of the day. There is still plenty of time left, folks, and anything can happen.
Welcome to the Global Innovation.
Listen, Miller, I don't care about your problems, all right? I made it clear this morning that if things didn't change, I'd be off the Kronstadt team. Half an hour later, I have to listen to Knox berate my skills as a mechanic because the roll cage interferes with the radio signals from Sierra's suit. No more. I'm done. Yes, I know you're a man short now, and no, I don't give a rat's ass about it. You double my salary for the entire week, and I'll come back in case Sierra decides to use that last pit stop.
For all you race buffs out there, I'll tell you that the winner will again
I'll be down by the
presented with
pass.
champagne on the
Best of
podium
luck,
after a
Grace.
few years of regular sparkling wine. That is
One of the Kronstadt pit crew has quit the team in protest, and Grace Miller, the ballbuster chief mechanic, is in critical need of a replacement. Why don't you step in and offer your services, 47? You're good with a wrench.
real champagne from the eastern region of France. Fun fact of the day for you folks.
All alone, 47. Time to make your move.
Let me just repeat some ground rules for those of you new to the You gotta cover as much ground as possible within the time frame. When the time's up,
Dressed
we
as a
have
mechanic, you're now allowed inside the Kronstadt pit. I suggest you talk to Grace Miller, chief mechanic. She could probably use some extra hands.
Now the key here is
fix
tire
'em up
wear.
good, huh?
I mean, if you're not careful, you can wear these tires
Be
out.
mindful of roaming security guards. Some of them may work out you don't quite belong. Use the crowds to hide in if needed.
Getting your car to cover as many miles as possible, no matter how burned out, beat up it may be. You, who are you?
Oh, shit.
You can just let me just repeat some ground rules.
Okay, your pressure's good.
You're the junior slip wrench who got injured yesterday, right?
Suppose I am.
Great, this is your lucky day. Do well and there's a bonus in it, got it?
Got it.
All right, everyone, look alive and get to your stations. Sierra may come in for a last-minute pit stop, and I need you ready and able. You, rookie, get into position. Grab your preferred tool and be prepared. Today's your day to shine. Let's do this.
You should investigate your station, 47. It seems there are several ways to go about this. I suggest finding a pneumatic wrench.
This thing is slipping away from us. I can't believe it.
Hey, what's up?
All our jobs are
That's exactly what I was thinking. Even with the added security, I've seen people wander around here that I've never seen before. Who knows what they're doing? Especially Moses leaving.
Cars are also more fragile than... Did you know that Sierra Knox herself requested that a roll cage was pulled from her car to make it lighter and faster? That woman is dying.
Grace told me over beers last night. Also told me how Sierra had blown a fuse when Grace refused to comply. Apparently they reached some sort of a compromise, though. Now, I would not want to drive that car. Any major crash, and you're not walking away from that.
I couldn't agree more.
She is pushing it too hard.
What the heck? What else should I be doing about it? The car is beginning to make some pretty strange noises. If the thing breaks down now, I rip you all a new one.
I can see that.
Okay. Let's see where it leads to. Sierra's coming in. Everyone on your stations, now!
And now for a bit of maintenance. Target down.
What the hell
Next
just
up,
happened?
Robert
Sierra.
Knox.
Man, okay. Man, okay.
Mr.
Look out for the fireworks. Moses Lee will take the podium in a few moments. Make sure you have a great view of the celebrations from the stands.
Thanks.
Concentrate, blurred vision. Why don't you try Jitter? Based on an old Native American recipe and supercharged with caffeine and amino acids. Jitter, proud sponsor of the Global Innovation Race. Dirty job you got there. New champion is on the way to the celebration, just not quite there yet. Let's get those Magnum Dom Perignon bottles lined up. I remember a few stories from back in the day. I can't go into detail, but the celebration can sometimes last 3 days. Today, the drivers were so disciplined.
But Sierra's not just quote unquote between relationships.
I hope you have done it fascinating. Please feel free to take a look around or do whatever you like. And thank you to
The fact is that Kronstadt is very likely to hold information on what actually happened in Tongan Valley. And I think the people have a right to know.
My editor got me to chase the story too. If you don't, called up
Never been to
the
Egypt, bro.
to some guy called Mickelson. Gave me the biggest run
Oh,
I've ever been.
the mechanic.
That's why I'm thinking I should keep the stock. Robert Knox has got to know something.
Okay, upstairs, not so much.
Any idea what he's doing in there?
I heard he's demoing the next big thing coming out of Kronstadt, but only to big money people. No chance to get in, I'm afraid.
That's a shame. Would have been nice to be able to break a story like that on my first run.
Dream on, pal.
Like the 5 previous years, the race is dominated by Sierra Knox of Kronstadt.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I want a weekend off. Sorry, I don't see.
Octane booster, huh? What is that stuff, anyway?
I think some of the teams are using it to increase car speed. Heard a few Kronstadt mechanics talking about it the other day. Something about Knox not wanting to use it because she wants to win on her own.
Imagine that. Is it that illegal?
I don't know. Knox ordered them to put it here, so they asked me to put it here. So I just did that. Not touching it again.
Sounds like a good idea.
Earlier that we're just supposed to grab it if something happens to it. No poking around the engine or anything like that.
And Knox is a genuine technical genius. He's really protective about his projects. Prefers to fix everything himself, apparently. Don't worry about grabbing in first production. If anything goes awry, you'll see him down here as fast as lightning.
Gotcha.
Being the very first one.
Robert Knox has a race car on display in the expo building. The show staff is under strict instructions to summon him at any sign of malfunction. Apparently, Knox trusts no one to fix his car but him. Perhaps it's time to poke around under the hood, 47. They do say one should never mess with another man's wheels.
A bit special, Mr. Knox, so he won't allow anyone to drive it.
It's very impressive. What sort of fuel system does he use?
It's a hybrid engine, partly run by electrical current and partly run on special race fuel. The dual engines serve 2 purposes.
One boosts the acceleration of the car, and the other keeps it on the track for an extended period. So, that one, good old-fashioned explosive gasoline, is the ticket.
Good. I dare say this should get Knox's undivided attention.
Huh. Why's the engine off? Let's just try to get this started again. Well, that doesn't sound good. Better call Knox. Mr. Knox? Yeah, it's Smith from down at the expo. Listen, the Mark III's making some, well, just odd noises. Can you come? Great. All right. Yeah, I'll be here. interesting indeed. And
The well-being of the world is one of the most important things to
run by an AI? Well, that's a bit of sci-fi storytelling.
intelligence and
Knox has a wide
has been a key focus area for us. At the legendary Gamma facility in Chicago, Japan, the world's most artificial intelligence
inside the car? For the story.
I'm afraid not. We've had a few incidents where people getting a little too handsy, so we've had to restrict access to the car.
I'm sure you understand. Yes, of course. Well, thank you for your time.
What are you waiting for? Get in the car.
Forget it. Step aside. I'm handling this myself. I don't know what happened. All right, let's just turn the key and see. It's bulletproof. Virtually impervious to small arms fire, the Palace unit can be upgraded. Just imagine an army of programmable machines taking over zones of conflict in hours rather than years. No human casualties.
So, I'm hearing rumors on the corporate grapevine. Apparently, Knox wants to do a
Hello,
line.
HR? Yes, it's Ben Wheeler down at the Bayside Center. Sounds like one of those. Listen, I realize this may sound trivial, but the Fountain View soda dispenser has been on the fritz since we moved in. I can't work without my energy drinks, and I have been forced to bring my own.
Still,
Well, yes, that's right. It's made. But, and here's the problem. Mr. Knox and his entourage of gun-wielding bodyguards managed to empty the machine in 1 hour. I was thrilled to telling me the machines were back in order, but to come in and discover how Knox and his goons have been seemingly bathing in Fountain View all morning.
Really?
Well, let me tell you, the disappointment is substantial. Not
Okay.
matters for HR. How so? I don't think it's wise of me to take it up with Mr. Knox. No, I see. Well, yes, well, thank you.
What was that it? Definitely need to show him this. Red vision. That's good. Help.
You're lucky that person. Hey, you! What seems to be the problem here?
Both targets down. Well done, 47. Head for an exit, and we'll speak again soon.
Hey, what the hell are you doing here? You need to leave here now.
I don't know. I think it's a little too intense. I understand the need to replace a certain type of help.
Damn it! Come on! Damn! What the? Is this you? You did this? Hey!
Berlin, Shanghai, Montreal. We're bleeding operatives. Panic is spreading, and now we are axing our own?
Knox was a traitor. He would have caused incalculable damage.
And he won't be the last. This is exactly what the enemy wants. We need to fight the sickness, not the symptom.
And I have just the tool for the job.
Right. The Burnwood woman. Eric Soders warned you about her, didn't he? The Crusader.
I can handle Miss Burnwood. Everyone hates power until you offer them some.
You ought to know.
ICA speaks the enemy's language. We need them.
And once we don't?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Fact remains, we are shadowboxing. We need to know who we are up against.
I was getting to that. His name is Lucas Gray, the late Mr. Cobb's head of security. Cobb was ground zero, first of our operatives to die. It had to be one of his staff, someone with military training and access to the plane.
Grasping at straws.
Gray is a mercenary, a veteran of every backwater tragedy you've ever ignored on the 5 o'clock news. Chechnya, Sierra Leone, the list goes on, but before '89, nothing. No records of any kind.
Ah, come on. CIA, KGB, plenty of spies went dark.
After the curtain was lifted, I cast a very wide net. Lucas Gray simply does not exist.
If you're all quite done wetting yourselves with excitement, I couldn't give two shits where he came from. I only want to know one thing.
How does he know about us?
I swear to God, this hearts and flowers crap will get us both killed. Can't you see? Your so-called friend is working for them now. He's not the man you knew.
This is his fight too, Olivia. Even if he doesn't realize it. Like it or not, 47 is our last and only lead on the partners. He needs to remember.
He's coming for us. And unlike you, he won't hesitate.
Just get me inside. Rico, I need a favor.